Advice Unfiltered with Chris and Tony, the top podcast in 2025 for self-help and self-improvement, and the 2026 top podcast for relationship advice and overall wellness. If you are looking to be a guest, head to adviceunfiltered.com and email the show directly.
Show some love? You want to support the show? There's no better way than rocking some Advice Unfiltered gear. Head over to adviceunfiltered.com, click on the merch store, grab your favorites, and level up your look. Post it, tag it, rep it loud. Use the hashtag AdviceUnfilteredPodcast and let the community see you. Because this isn't just merch, it's a movement.
Something feels a little different today.
A little different, a little heavier.
A little
heavier. Got two.
Two?
Two.
Two. Should
we introduce the show?
I think we should.
We should. Well, hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to the two-time award-winning podcast for self-help and relationship advice. This is Advice Unfiltered with Chris and Tony. Boom.
All right.
Woo. What's up, everybody?
We spoke it into existence, and it happened. We are officially the 2026 top podcast for relationship and dating advice and overall wellness. And shout out to all you guys in the community.
All of you. Listen, this is all about you.
Yes.
You guys showed up. You guys voted for the show. We, again, got the Listener's Choice.
Yes.
Listener's Choice Award. And tell them, Tony, not only did we get the Listener's Choice Award, but what do they say about us and our fans?
So I got an email from the guy who runs the whole award show to congratulate us, and his line was, man, your audience loves you. They show up. You have the most votes of any podcast in a whole award ceremony. So
you guys voted more than anybody else did for our show. So, again, thank you. Appreciate
you. So, like Chris said, obviously it's a huge
win.
It's a huge win for us. Well, first of all, like Chris said, it's a huge win for you guys. For what we always say, and I hope you guys understand this from the bottom of our hearts, what those awards really mean for all of us. Outside the fact of how much we love you and you trust us and we have fun here every Tuesday night.
And that Chris is always right.
And Chris is always right.
Just kidding.
If we're going to say it all night, I love it. I love it every minute. I can't wait to cut the fucking promos when we get the award. But,
funny.
What really helps the show, and I think what all of you have really bought into as a community is, look, first off, a lot of us needed a place to call home and find camaraderie and community, and this is what that's become. And the second thing is your voting for these awards and the show and us, not only is it meaningful for myself and Chris.
Absolutely, 100%.
It allows us to reach out to shows now and be like, excuse me, we're the top podcast in 2025 and 2026. And so if you're looking for a place to talk about relationships, advice, tell your story, I don't know what better platform you would come on to an audience that's so rabid that every award show we've been in so far, we crush.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's so exciting.
That's amazing, right? So, listen, from the bottom of our hearts, I want to thank you all for showing up to do this. Every time we ask just a little bit, you guys give us more. So thank you guys, man. Like you guys killed it. You know, it's funny too. It's Tony can vouch. So I made a video right before Tony went to the award show.
Great. Yeah.
He went to the award show, and I went to a gala, a fundraiser gala, which was for these kids in hospitals that need help and stuff. It was a great event. But Tony went to the award show. And right before he went, I made this video, and I went to get the soundbite, right, off of TikTok. And on the soundbite was Tony's song, the one that he helped create for the show.
Yes.
And that was our soundbite that we can actually use on TikTok. So I used it, and I sent it to Tony. And he's like, oh, great video, bro, great video. I'm like, no. It's not a great video. I was like, man, listen to the music. And I go, it's our song. It's your song. It's
our
created.
song.
It's our song. It's you created for the show. He's like, no fucking way. And I'm like, yeah, bro, it's on TikTok. You can use it. And freaking, he's like, yeah, that's crazy, right? So shout out to Tony for being able to fucking make a song that actually is on TikTok that's usable. And then and I told him, I said, Tony, I said, because we on the way up, we didn't know. Like we both, all day we're like, and Tony's like, because we're up against some big heavy hitters,
huge shows.
One guy's got like 2.9 million followers.
One guy's the head of the UFC.
Yeah, so we were up against some really big big people, and when I saw that, and I saw the song, I said it to Tony, I'm like, yo, bro, we're winning. And I'm like, we're winning. We're fucking winning. We're winning. And he goes, man, I was trying to think of a song and listen on the way up here.
Yes, the whole way.
And now I'm going to listen to it. And yeah, we won.
I literally drove the entire way up there. Me and you were chatting. And I was like, you're like, you want something to get you in the mood and the vibe. And I couldn't find it. I parked at the train station and you sent me that video. And I thought like just you getting the video you put together itself was awesome. You're getting ready for the gala. And then I was like, holy fuck. You're like, dude, this is your song. It's on TikTok. And I'm like, this is the fucking sign we needed.
It was a sign.
This is
we're
the
winning.
fucking sign.
So we're fucking winning.
So,
good shit, man. No, good shit, bro. Freaking, again, we didn't win it. You guys won it. Again, we asked, a little bit. And you guys gave us a lot. So thank you. Appreciate you. What?
There's nothing that makes me feel better than... I can't wait for the promos, but the fact that I went all the way back through and was like, hi, I'm Christopher David, relationship expert.
Trophy.
Oh, it's going to make my whole day.
I love it. I can't wait.
So we're so appreciative. We've already ordered the awards.
I'm just saying, if my custody battle was happening, like freaking back in the day, I would have been like, man, do you know who I am? Relationship expert. Obviously wasn't me.
Award winning.
It obviously wasn't me. Just kidding.
So even I know right now of all the things that certain people watch in my past and and people who fucking hate me that I used to date, there's a lot of them like,
all right.
By the way, somehow they still watch the show.
Yeah. No.
I mean, you know what I mean? So But yeah.
People love to watch what they hate.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Right?
So shout out to you guys. Really appreciate it. We are now officially really a three-time winning show. And 2 up there. We got 2 more on the way. And I literally just made sure when I called the show, I was like, I need 2. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, no.
I'm going to go in the passenger seat of my car.
Yes, I go, I need 1 for the studio, and I need 1 so Chris can take home.
It's like, I need that fucker so bad. I'm telling you, just so I can sit there next time in a relationship and she starts giving me shit, I'm just gonna take a picture and send it.
Oh, I can't wait,
Relationship
bro.
expert.
I cannot
You don't have one of these, right?
Do you have an award? Do you have an award for relationship advice? No.
Oh, I'm going to be single forever. I'm never going to deal with my shit. It's too funny.
All right, so as the show starts, as always, we got a big show in line for today. Now that we are officially the top relationship advice dating podcast in the world, as you can imagine, the questions rolled in, a lot of them so magically have to do with relationships. And so first off, shout out to Always in the Back. He runs the Shared Universe. If you ever want to start a podcast, want to know where to get it off the ground and have really great support, there's no better place than the Shared Universe here in Red Bank. And the man in command who runs the show, Ming. How we doing, Ming?
What's up,
Ming?
gentlemen? Great to be back.
What's going on?
2 weeks in a row. You guys got guests.
Right?
Looking great. Winners. I only work with winners.
Oh, yeah.
I work with winners.
Right, same here, Ming.
Yeah.
I only work with winners.
I work with
winners.
winners. I like looking at winners. I like podcasts with winners.
That's it.
And, you
I
guys
love
are
it.
winners. I love it.
I think at one point we should have a picture, Ming, and you should have a picture with us, just like you have with all the other celebrities. It should be in your studio, so people can do what we did when we first met you, and we're like,
How do you know them?
Oh, we're like, that's pretty cool, Ming. Like you got pictures with them, and then
Yeah,
the
Hugh
dogs on them, and they're
Jackman,
like, Keanu Reeves, Method Man.
Like, if you don't know it, listen, our sound man's the man. Like
Yeah.
he's got his own Funko Pop bobblehead thing.
That was the best day
Yeah.
ever.
My life is weird, but
Yeah,
again,
he got his own magnets. You know what I mean? He got his own fucking magnets, bro. I don't got magnets.
I had
The
one
fuck?
in the house at one point, so. It's funny when
Oh,
you look.
fucking
I
magnets.
never forget that day. Me and you looked at the wall. It was like one of those things where, like, all of a sudden equations like popped up over our heads,
Yeah.
and we realized
we're like,
he's the famous one.
He's the famous guy. We're nobody. Ming's got a whole following that goes to Comic-Con to see him.
We're like, oh, Method Man was taking a picture with you?
Right.
It was so mind-blowing.
We're just trying to get to that level, that's all. We're trying to hang on to Ming's coattails.
That's it. So shout out, Ming. We appreciate you as always as you're here.
Love you guys.
And how are you doing? I haven't seen you. Obviously, people know I don't see you all that much during the week. So how you been, man?
I was on live today. Busy. People were like, man, do you work out with Tony? I'm like, no, Tony left me. I started crying.
We broke up.
I was like, he broke up. He left me at the gym all by myself. He's Silver Fox here anymore. I'm so alone.
See, it's true. Chris cannot hold down any relationship.
Nope. Tony left me too.
Just keep leaving him.
Just keep leaving me. Fucking shit. I got to drive to see him. No, I'm good, man. I freaking I had a busy weekend.
You had a lot going on.
I had a lot going on. I went to the Eat Clean Bro gala. They were raising money for kids that needed it for hospital stuff. Man, this one girl came up. God forgive me, I wanted to remember her name and I forgot. I spaced out on her. I think her name was Allison. I'm gonna go with Allison. She came up and she couldn't walk, and they helped her be able to walk with crutches and all this stuff. This little girl, she's 12 years old, and she almost won a Grammy against Elmo and some other kids show for this play or the show she wrote about.
Damn.
And what a really inspirational story, man. And she's like, I want to be the first, actor to win an Oscar that's handicapped, and she wants to teach other kids how to. Dude, 12 years old, and just this little inspirational of life that lets nothing stop her from achieving her goals, man. I was so inspired by her speech. It just made me. Everybody was standing. The young lady had 250 people, standing up, giving her, clapping like crazy for at least a couple minutes. And anybody that could have left there thinking that their life was hard and they couldn't accomplish their goals is an idiot. Because that little girl right there, her speech and everything else, so inspiring. And I wish her the best, man. Dude, she went from not being able to walk at all to walking up there on stage with her little crutches, and the fact she's accomplished so much in such a short amount of time. 12 years on this planet. It's crazy. And this girl almost won a Grammy. You know what I mean? I was like, damn. I'm slacking. I gotta step it up a little bit. This little 12-year-old's gonna blow me out of the water, man. But it was cool. So I went to that. We had a great fundraiser. They raised a lot of money for that. And then we went to and then I had a photo shoot Saturday with Doug Ordway, who shoots for Versace, and he's been in the business for a long time. Very honored to have such a skilled photographer, a well-known skilled photographer, come down here and took pictures with me for this modeling agency, and I hope they liked it. Did a phenomenal photo shoot. Freaking, we had the Swan.
With the Swan.
Who
followed you.
Dude, how funny is that? So we're driving around all day. It's windy as fuck outside. And this shows you how good of a photographer Doug is. Dude, it was windy as fuck Saturday. And, every time I turn my hair, was and he's like, "Can you open your eyes?" I'm like, "I can't see, man, the sand, And I kept saying, "You got to suffer for your art." I was joking around. I was like, "You got to suffer for your art, bro. If you look pretty, you got to suffer." So we go out to this one spot, and this swan literally swims out of the water and comes walking towards us. And no lie, I pulled out my camera and I started recording, thinking it's going to attack Doug. It's going to be great. I'm going to fucking viral shoot here. It's going to attack the photographer, or it's going to come at me, and I'm going to scream like a little girl. One of the two. We'll see what happens here, right? And the thing literally walked up and sat right next to me, literally from you to me away.
Yeah.
Just sat right next to me. And I was like, all right. So we just kept taking pictures, and then we walked up to the parking lot, and it got up and it followed us up. And then it sat behind me again as we were taking the pictures, and just hung out. It was the coolest. It was really cool, man. It wasn't trying to chase me off or anything. It was just wanted to hang out. And it stole the photo shoot. Those pictures came out great, all because that swan's in the picture.
When you sent me the video, I swore that it was going to chase. I was waiting for the video where it chased you off the beach.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. I thought it was going to fly up and go, "Wah!" And I was like, but yeah, it was actually really, really friendly and really, really nice. And
it
what a
worked
cool
out.
experience, yeah. What? And then Sunday, I did nothing. I did laundry. Fucking laundry. That's what I did. The fucking laundry. I'm such a man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You got to catch up on it. It's fine. One laundry day.
Yeah, one laundry day.
There you go. Let's knock it all out. All right. So just to catch you guys up on what we're doing today. So obviously we got a lot of relationship questions, which is great. We have a lot of things going on. And for you guys, I know I told you guys a little earlier, I invited my friend who is a huge supporter of the show, Hope. She has just officially become a cancer survivor. And so shout out to her. And, way back in the day, if you go all the way back to maybe about episode 3 or 4, as she was going through her treatments, she would write into the show and she would chat us, and she's listened to every episode. And it's one of those rare people that really support you from the beginning. And I remember getting these long text messages after every show talking about how me and you did a great job. And she knows we're going to be a big show. And this is when we just started. And I'm like, what do you do? And she's like, oh, I'm just in the middle of having chemo. And I'm like, then you're writing me? And she's like, yeah. She's like, I'm so inspired by you guys. And I'm like, wait, this is so
I remember you telling me this, yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm inspired by you. So, and it's an interesting story because obviously for Women's History Month and what goes on, we just thought it'd be nice to highlight a strong story, especially for someone who's a huge supporter of ours, and how difficult that can be and really what support means. And honestly, we just wanted to highlight somebody who is meaningful at this time of this month for you, everyone. So that'll be great. And by the way, you think me and Chris are relatively funny when we answer things. We do not hold a candle to what's about to happen.
Cool.
So I just invited her to the end to get to the big user questions, which is great.
There you go.
All right. So in the news today, really quick, we're going to throw a question out to you guys in the chat. And what we'd like at the end of the show is for you guys, we'll go back and look at some of your responses. So it's been a trending topic that we've talked about quite often, and it was a huge story in the news today. If your partner stops taking care of their body after your relationship starts, is it shallow to lose attraction, or honestly confront them about it and end the relationship? So we talk about this all the time about long-term relationships. You're dating someone for a long time, you get into this relationship, and all of a sudden the person just lets themselves go. And it happens to all of us, and we get complacent, we get a little bit lazy about things. But if you decide to turn your end of it around, what part of it's on your partner to do the same? So we're going to pin that. So I want you guys to think about that. You guys can go ahead and put some of the chat answers in the chat. Ming will highlight them as we go through. But do you think that if you committed yourself to a healthier lifestyle for your relationship, do you think it's up to your partner to do the same?
Is there a way we could put a poll?
We could create a poll. Well, I don't know if we can create it during the show, maybe. But that's a good question. We should do a poll. We should do poll questions again.
We should do a poll question.
I think you used to do polls, right?
I used to do polls. We should do a poll question.
Let's do a poll question.
Yeah, it used to be Chris's question of the week. Remember that?
Yeah, that's
when
right.
We first started.
Yeah.
That's why I forgot about that. Yeah.
All right, so this is Christian. This is Chris's question. We'll put a poll out. We're going to put a poll out tomorrow when the episode drops. Do you think it's your partner's responsibility, like it is yours, if you're to turn your life around to be more healthy, that they should do the same? So just shout out to that question. We'll put it in a poll. The second one, I want to get yours. So we talk a lot about relationships and how they're going in a lot of different directions. Obviously, the extremes are huge. Mm-hmm. Well, guys push back. So guys have started a movement called My Wallet, My Choice. All right.
It was great. I'm gonna get canceled. I'm probably get yelled at for this.
It was in the New York Post. My wallet, my choice. Men are deciding now because women are tending to use dating as free meals. That men are choosing.
Yeah, I mean that girl fucking made that app, right?
The app
that was that you could give her like a $500 deposit to get her hair done or makeup done and all this shit, and then you get to go out to dinner with her.
Oh yes, that's the new app.
Which is basically just you're paying for a hooker. I'm sorry.
Well, essentially,
I mean that's essentially what you're doing. You're just getting an escort.
So if you guys don't know, they crowdfunded a brand new dating app that's coming out where you actually, if the woman decides to date you, you have to agree to take care of all her expenses pre-date.
Yes.
So that means makeup, hair, childcare, food, time spent with her. So you as a woman are allowed to set your rate, and as long as the person matches it and pays ahead of time, then she'll go on a date with you.
Yes, and she created this whole app to do it, which is again, it's just a fucking escort app. That's all. I'm sorry. Actually, I'll be honest with you. An escort would probably be cheaper. You know what I mean? Like at least you know the buy her makeup, her dress, and all this other shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why a guy would fucking do that. Like, it's crazy to me.
And by the way, the first guy that goes on
one
of those...
man, I don't even know if anyone...
No, it's no offense. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck
the first time some guy goes on a date like that, and then he wants to get laid, and he's like, I spent $1,500, someone's going to look at the guy and be like, you're so in the wrong. And you're like, what are you talking about?
So to me, and you know, whatever. People want to say I'm wrong on this. It's like going to a strip club with a freaking stack of $100 bills and thinking she likes you. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. No, she's just there for the money, bro. Like, freaking, if I'm buying you all that shit, then the only reason you're going out with me is because for my fucking money.
And by the way, we all have that friend who spends a lot of money at the strip club and swears a stripper likes him.
Oh, dude, I know. Last time I was ever there, my friend was his 21st birthday. And my friend Dale, God, I love you, Dale. I don't know if you're watching, Dale. Love you. Freaking, we took him to this place called Al Diamonds. It was like the #1 strip club in the East Coast. And of course, it was in Reading, Pennsylvania, which makes sense. You know what I mean? And like they all used to go there, like all of them. Jenna Jameson, Gina Lynn, they all went there, bro. It was like the hot spot. And we went there, and he got like $150 worth of ones, and he had him sitting at the bar. And the more he drank, he's like, dude, I think that girl really likes me. I'm like, put your ones away. See if she still looks at you, bro. I was like, freaking.
Put your ones away.
Take the ones off the bar. See if she's still paying attention to you. You know?
Yeah.
Freaking, yeah, whatever.
So it's called My Wallet, My Choice. And the way it works is
My Choice.
Men are choosing to be financially celibate until marriage or until it's a long-term relationship. So they will not pay for anything. Everything's completely split until a woman commits to the relationship.
Wow.
My wallet.
Wow.
My choice.
Wow.
It's a ballsy statement, but
I mean, I respect that.
I respect it.
I respect it, dude. Why not?
I respect it.
If girls can charge money to get their hair and makeup done for me to go on a date, then why can't a guy say, "Oh, you go half with me on that"?
Yeah.
I mean, equality, right? That's what we all want, right? Fucking equality.
Are you saying that from the point of view of a relationship expert?
Yeah. No. Listen, if it was, I can't. Like, I'm not that guy, but I'm old, right? I'm also old, so I'm not that guy that is going to expect you to pay for dinner if I had the money to do all that, right? If I ask, here's my golden rule. If I ask you to go eat with me, then it is my responsibility to pay for your
the
dinner.
meal.
You know what I mean? That's the golden rule. If I ask you to go on a date, if I ask you to go out to the movies, then it is my, I would say obligation, but it is my.
I feel that way.
Yeah, it's my responsibility.
Yeah, I'm asking
my
you on a date.
responsibility to take care of you and pay for that stuff. Now, but then you think about if you ask your friends to go out. Like if I would ask you to the movies, I wouldn't pay for you. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Thanks, bro. I thought we were fucking friends.
You left me. Remember, you left
you.
me.
I did leave you.
You left me from the gym, bro. I'm still hurting.
Thought we were friends. Won't even buy me a fucking movie ticket. Motherfucker.
I'm just kidding.
No, I know.
I'm just kidding.
No.
But I'm saying, I think it's, am I wrong? Is there,
No.
I think you can right by that, right? Like, if you ask somebody out, it's your responsibility to
I think so.
cover it, right?
I've never gone on a date and didn't have the money to think I was going to pay for. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't.
I got to take you to the movies now. I feel bad.
You should. The audience needs to know. Avengers is coming out soon.
I know. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait.
All right. Outside that, the other two things, and then we'll get right into shout-outs. Advice Unfiltered Overtime is going to be rolling out soon. It's our way that you'll be able to connect with us through our calendars, be able to schedule one-on-ones with us. We're doing this because scammers are getting out of control. Please listen. We say it every episode. We're not going to beat a dead horse about this. We cannot tell you anymore. We don't have management companies, PR agencies, people talking for us. We don't have any of that stuff. If it's not a blue check next to his name or my name, it's not us. We don't ask you for money. We don't talk to you. We don't chat you. We don't date you. So stop getting fucking scammed and trying to put down payments on houses. It's not.
I mean, if
poor.
Put down payment
well,
on my
you
house.
could if you want, but give it to Chris.
I could use a house.
But really give it to Chris.
Just really give it to me.
Yes.
Give it to me.
So.
No, I was kidding. Don't give me any money. Listen, I saw this other influencer make a really good statement that I think I've been missing. The only way these scammers can contact you, the only way, is if you respond to them.
Yeah.
That's why they'll leave the comment on the thing that says, hey, I tried to friend request you, but it didn't go through. Friend request me and follow me or message me. Or they want you to contact another like WhatsApp or that Zangy, or they want to get you outside of that app to contact
Telegram.
you. Telegram, WhatsApp, all that stuff. They want to get you. So they are, honest to God, harmless as fuck. If you don't
answer.
Don't answer them. Don't nobody listen. No influencer. There's not one fucking influencer that goes through all his comments and literally tells everybody the same thing. Hey, I thought you were beautiful. Hey, you looked inspiring. Hey, I saw you comment on my comments.
You mean Keanu Reeves doesn't do that for real?
I thought Brad Pitt was really talking to me and thought I was his brother. But no. So that's what I'm saying. So they can't contact you unless you contact them, right? Unless you respond to them. There is no influencer that has another app or anything else. All of us influencers are verified for a fucking reason. We all have the blue check for a fucking reason. And we don't create other apps to contact people
at
all. And we don't have a management group. We're not that.
No,
even if we did, they wouldn't be contacting you.
No.
And we don't have a gift program or a VIP program.
No.
Tony doesn't have a dildo for sale. There's none of this.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Plan B if this fails. All right, so stay safe
funny.
out there. And last but not least, in April, we will start working on our new campaign. I'm really excited about it. Chris obviously has been working with Coppola for quite some time. And we're going to be doing some work with them on the evolution of a man and redefining masculinity coming in April. So that's going to be awesome. So the two of us will be working with Ben and potentially he's going to come on the show, which is going to be great.
Yeah, Ben's going to be here.
Yep, he's going to be here in April, so it's awesome.
I'll be here in April.
And we're working on some more guests. So outside that, let's get to shout-outs, and we'll get right into the show. We got 2 heartfelt shout-outs today.
Really?
So I will attempt to not tear up as I read these.
Oh, I love this. Tony's going to cry today.
It's very hard.
Better him than me.
Very hard not to, but this comes in from Linda from St. Louis.
Right on. He's already started. It's going to be so good. So exciting because it's usually me. I'm so happy.
Hi, Chris and Tony. I've been listening to your show for a while now, and I just want to write in and say thank you. This past year has been the hardest of my life. My husband was battling cancer, and every Tuesday night, no matter how he was feeling, we would watch you guys together. It became our time, and it was something we look forward to. It made us laugh and feel normal again. He passed away last week. Tonight is my first Tuesday listening without him. I know. I honestly don't know how it's going to feel, but I know he'll still be here, and I know it means something to me now. Oh, it's hard to read. I just want you both to know what you're doing matters more than you probably realize. On nights when things feel heavy, you give us something to hold on to. Please don't let any negativity or outside noise make you question what you're building. Every time you win an award, your show grows. Every time, I hope it reminds you guys there are people out here like me who are counting on you guys more than you ever know to show up on Tuesday. Thank you for being part of our lives. And now my memories are with you and with him. I know it sucks. So,
what's her name?
Shout out Linda from
Linda,
St. Louis.
we love you.
Shout out Linda.
Shout out Linda. That's a beautiful.
Thank you so much for
thanks
writing
for sharing
in.
that. That had to be hard, right? That had to be hard to write that in. Thank you so much for sharing that story.
I know.
Made me cry.
I know. That was tough to get through.
Yeah, dude, that's tough, bro.
So shout out Linda. We love you. And thank you for writing in.
Here's something you got to remember too. Like when people write stuff in like that and they make memories like that, it's a blessing, right? Because most people didn't even find love, and most people can't even figure out, who they are, connected with. You know what I mean in life. So
I'm blessed. So, all right. And Josh, you gotta keep it down. Anonymous from Seattle writes in, "Hey guys, I really don't have a question. It's more of something I've been feeling I want to share. I quietly been dealing with something serious and it's changed the way I see everything. I've been diagnosed with a terminal illness and I've not shared with my family or friends. I'm quietly observing the world right now through a new pair of eyes. Every little moment hits different. I'm sitting down with dinner with people I care about, a phone call instead of a text, I laugh at little smallest things. I started writing the letters to people in my life just in case I don't get the chance to say goodbye. Whew. It's a tough day today. What's been interesting is when I slow down and really try to appreciate things or express the moment, sometimes people around me seem uncomfortable with that, like it's what we're not supposed to use that level of presence or gratitude anymore. So I pulled back a bit, but it's made me realize something I think more people need to hear, and I hope you read this. Don't assume you'll have more time. The grass isn't greener somewhere else. It's greener where you water it. If someone loves you and you have people around you, if you get a random moment of peace or laughter, don't rush past it. That's the good stuff. Thank you so much. You guys are the only two that know. To this point, just take it slow, take a deep breath, and I appreciate you guys if you get time to read this. Anonymous from Seattle.
Well,
So,
God bless you.
God bless you and what you're going through. Yeah.
Wow. Well, 2 courageous stories, right? I mean, let's give those people's props.
Yes.
To even talk about it, feel even comfortable enough. Like, listen, I'm very humbled, very honored. I know Tony is too.
Yeah.
That you felt brave enough to share your story with us. That's just absolutely amazing. And you're right. You know what I mean? You're absolutely 100% right. That's one of the reasons I wanted to share that swan thing, right? Because I knew that was one of those moments that it doesn't happen often, right? It's a changing thing. I hope she gets to experience as many more of those moments in her life as she possibly can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right. So on a lighter note, we have questions.
Question
time.
Love that.
All right. Stephanie from Austin writes in, Chris and Tony, you guys have talked about so many different aspects of relationships, dating, and personal growth. At this point, you've seen just about every situation come through your show. So I'm curious, if you had to narrow it down, now that you guys are relationship experts.
That's right.
Whether it's dating
What
relationships. Relationship experts.
Relationship experts.
What is something that you could tell us that truly matters? If you could give us one or two pieces of advice for those dating in the world or in a relationship, you're dating and I'm in a relationship. There's so much noise out there. Give us one or two things that we should be paying attention to.
Things you should pay attention to see if the relationship works?
Well, I guess you're single, so what are the one or two things that are really important for you that as you're dating in the world right now, or whether you are or you're not, but just like what are, from a single perspective, really important aspects of what you're trying to be right now? Time.
Time's a big thing for me. Respecting time and making time. Both those things, right? Because if you're with somebody like me, or Tony's married, obviously. So, but if you're with somebody, if Tony wasn't married, and you're with somebody like Tony, and we're both, we both work a lot, and what we do in our careers and what we do to help change people's lives and stuff like that is highly important to us, and it takes a lot of time, right? So, for somebody to want to be with me, they have to respect the time that I have, right, and use the time I have wisely. I think time's a good thing. Like and then making that honest connection. Now there's so much fake shit out there. I had like 2 or 3 girls send me pictures today on social media that were all AI. Like it wasn't even really them. I'm like, why are you sending me that? Like, why are you sending me pictures that are AI of you? Like that's not at all what you look like in real life. You know what I mean? And I think authenticity is a real thing. I think being in the moment, as far as not wanting to hold back from who you are and not wear a mask, is highly important. I look for people who are real. I look for people who are willing to tell me that I'm fucking up, or maybe I said something wrong to offend them, or you know what I mean, or they want to give me a difference of opinion, or they want to tell me how good I'm doing and shit. You know what I mean? They support me and they say I'm doing amazing and stuff. I respect all of those things because life's too short to always play fucking games, and I don't have time. I don't have time. So I think being real and being honest and appreciating and respecting each other's time is huge for me right now. Yeah.
I think for me, if I have to think about from a relationship standpoint, I think there's two things. I think A, what you realize is you're not the most important person. So in other words, like the idea of being in a relationship is the fact that you enjoy putting the people in that you're in love with in front of you. And, I always joke about whether it's my wife or Tyler or the dog, like I love them unconditionally, would do anything for them. And I don't think about the thing in return. So I think when you're really, truly in a relationship and you care about somebody, you truly put their needs before yours, because the hope is that in that return, they're doing the same for you.
Yeah.
So it becomes an even exchange, right? And they always have that weird example. Actually, I love it. So just say it's weird. It's, relationships are 50-50. They're not 50-50. Relationships are 100-100. And what I mean by that is sometimes you have only 10% to give and your partner's there to pick up the other 90. And there's other times in life when you have 90 to give and they're going to give 10. And I remember Matthew McConaughey saying this. He said, the only thing I can tell you about a relationship is when you're ahead in life, don't forget to turn around and reach your hand out and pull those you love with you, because they're part of how you got there. And then the other thing is, and I know you agree with this, whether you're single or you're married, always work on yourself. You got to grow. Mm-hmm. You got to learn. You got to become a better person. What do you say about stagnant water, right?
Yeah, stagnant water is death.
Yes.
Yeah, so you want somebody too that, so like I enjoy when somebody's also improving themselves, right? I enjoy that because then you're growing together. I mean, that's the best. I think that's the hardest thing in relationships, right? Is people, either one person stops growing or they both stop growing together. And the thing is, you have to constantly keep learning and doing new things and evolving as a person. And I think that's how you evolve in your relationship also, and I think being with somebody who's understands that, right? Mm-hmm. That understands that they're not perfect, right? That you're perfectly imperfect, and that's okay. But that's the part that's the best. That's the best part, is being imperfect, right?
Yes.
Because being imperfect lets you mean that you still have time to learn, still have time to grow. And I think that's what people where they fall apart in their relationship, is they forget to grow. And you're absolutely right about that. Growing as a person and growing together, 100%.
Melissa and Greg Redden for Columbus, Ohio. Shout out Ohio. Hey guys, we're a parent to 2 kids, 11 and 13.
I'm going to be in Ohio 2 weeks.
You are?
I am. I will be in Ohio 2 weeks. I'll be in Lima, talking at a college.
Talking to professors.
Talking to professors about mental health.
And relationship experts.
I love my life. You know what I mean? I do. I fucking love. Who would have thought? You know what I mean? Some farm boy
awesome.
from fucking Ole, Pennsylvania out here fucking.
So
relationship experts.
So we're parents of 2 kids, 11 and 13, and we recently came across a stat saying something that this was, and I saw this stat. This is a real stat. This will blow your mind.
What's that?
70% of kids in high school are forming relationships with AI. And when they get when they get home from school, instead of telling their parents or friends what's going on in their life,
You tell the AI.
they tell their chatbot AI. That honestly stopped us in our tracks because we're already trying to navigate screen time, social media, and everything else. And now this feels like a whole new layer. We're not against technology, but we're worried. Are kids going to start replacing real life human connections with something artificial? 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Scary, right?
It's very scary.
It's scary. So listen, here's the thing. This is where like people like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. This is where you have to understand that life is moving in that direction, right? But because of that, the pendulum always swings one way really hard, and it always swings back really hard, and then it kind of finds the middle, right? So because of the pendulum swinging so hard towards AI and everything else, people are going to yearn and crave authenticity. They're going to crave. It's going to have to swing back the other way, right? Because it's going to go too far the other way, and people are going to go fucked up. So it's going to have to swing back the other way. So be prepared. So there's opportunities in that, right? There's opportunities to make communities now. There's you can't stop it, right? You can't stop AI from doing what it's doing. Unfortunately, you can't stop your kids from using it because it literally is the fucking future. The moment you stop your kids from freaking letting them learn about this technology that's happening now, you're actually stopping their growth. Like I was younger, we had 6 computers in our high school, and the only kid that knew how to use it was the only person that knew how to use it was this one kid. The teachers didn't even know how to fucking use it right? But because that one kid knew how to use it right, that kid made more money than anybody else right out of fucking high school, right? And fuck that kid, Seth Klein, fuck you. No, just kidding. Just kidding, bro. Hope you're doing well.
Hope you're doing well.
No, really smart kid. Whatever. He was my alter ego. Me and him didn't like each other. Whatever. Fucking yeah. So freaking, I think if you stop, that from happening, you got to find that balance, right? You got to find a balance in between making your kids touch grass, get outside and touch grass, and then also having that understanding of what AI is. It's gonna be really hard in the future that we're facing in right now to understand what's going to be reality and what's not reality soon. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's
almost there now.
Yeah, I mean, you got that fucking one ad. What is that? Fotisha, you stole
you're in
my
the
fucking
ad?
image.
I love it. I don't love it, but I don't love it. But you said to me I thought it was funny. But the fact
Suing the fuck out of them.
It just drives me crazy.
Yeah, Fotisha or whatever the fuck. Fuck you.
Look, you have to be careful. You have to be mindful. It's like anything else, right? Social media, the internet, the AI now. I told you because I live in this world because part of my job is artificial intelligence, and I'm a sane human being. I'm an adult. I'm in a healthy relationship, and I find myself the AI will start every morning and it'd be like, what the fuck's going on, Tony? I'm like, well, everything's good. Hey man, killer show last night. You're doing great, man. Keep up the good work. And you walk away and you're like, dude, shit, thanks, man.
They should have one commercial with that comedian who her alarm clock talks shit to her to get her out of bed. Yeah, she's like, you're lazy, right? Talking all this shit to get out, and that's her morning wake up every day now, right? You really. The problem is that you can't stop it from swinging where it's going to swing to.
No.
It's going to swing really hard in this direction. But I give you my word, like everything else, the pendulum swings back.
Comes to the middle.
And eventually it comes to the middle on things, It's just the way life is. It's the next part of evolution,
Yeah.
And I think getting your kids outside more, but having real honest conversations about what it is, right? And what... Because I already saw there was a couple kids that hurt themselves over these apps. You know what I mean? But the key, you can't stop it. So control the controllables, right? So what you control is getting that balance and understanding of getting the kids outside in nature. I tell my son all the time, dude. I'm like, you wait till it gets warm out. That PlayStation 5 is going away, and your phone,
get outside.
We're getting outside all summer, bro. We're not staying inside all summer. I find that balance. And during the winter, it's a little harder. But during the summer,
Ashley from Phoenix writes in, my husband and I have always agreed that physical cheating is a deal breaker. But recently I found out he's been deeply confiding in another woman, sharing personal struggles, venting about our marriage, and building an emotional connection that feels intimate. He swears nothing physical is happening and I'm overreacting, but it feels like betrayal in a different way. It's almost worse because it's intentional and I know it's going on. Is emotional cheating more damaging than physical cheating, or am I letting my insecurity turn this into something bigger?
For a woman, it is, yes. For a woman, emotional cheating is a lot more damaging than physical cheating. I do believe. I could be wrong, but I do believe that. I think because they're all about emotional connection. Even to be intimate with somebody, it's about a physical connection 90% of the time. I would think anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this day and age has changed. I don't know. But I might have swung the other way. The pendulum might be really hard the other way right now. Freaking. But I think so I don't think it's cool that he's talking to another girl.
No.
At all.
No.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's almost the borderline of like, that he goes to work and he's like, my work wife and I talk about my marriage and all this other stuff. We went and got drinks after work. No, that shit is not okay. Your wife, your husband has guy friends to bitch about you about. You have girlfriends to bitch about him about. I've read a million statistics.
Yeah, I wouldn't be okay with my girl talking to some guy about our fucking problems. In fact, it would make me want to smack his teeth out of his mouth.
No, because that's what they call a dick in a glass jar, break in case of emergency. No, you're drawing a fine line, first of all, because you cannot convince me. I don't care. And someone will write in the chat like, "Oh, I'm friends with a guy and we share everything." Well, one of you is gay. I'm sorry. Like, it's fine. It's just true because there's no way that any. I'm sorry. Whatever.
No, I agree with you to a point. So somebody just wrote up there. Somebody just to a point. So somebody just wrote up there that he should be talking to his wife. I agree to a point.
To a point.
Right, but if it's about his wife, he can't talk to his wife about his wife.
No, that's what your friends are for.
That's what your friends are for, right? So he should definitely, if he doesn't have a guy friend, then he should find a therapist.
I'm very sure. I have friends in my house now. I can see them across the border. I'm sure all of them has got a Tony's an asshole text once in a blue moon. Tony sucks. Tony's outside again. Tony can't stop talking about blah, blah, blah. By the way, it's normal. That's what friends are for. They're there so you can vent and get everybody back.
Yeah,
and
it's
put
good.
It in
It's
direction.
good to have friends. Like I vent to Tony all the time.
Yeah,
he doesn't answer the phone, but I vent to him. I just leave long voicemails.
Broke up.
I leave long voicemails. Like, hi,
it's me again.
Just me again.
Short commercial break to pay the bills.
Native Cuticles. For those anxious moments when shit hits the fan or you run over a cat. Use the promo code AUF for 10% off your next order. Advice Unfiltered and Calm Canine. Almost as good together as peanut butter and pumpkin.
Advice Unfiltered.
I miss you.
It's too funny.
All right. So before we do the next question, because time on this podcast flies by. It's already 9:20. So and, as I promised,
we started on time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We're on time.
Yeah, we started on time.
So I know a lot of you have been waiting,
quick.
and I think it would be a good time as we get into some of the other little deeper relationship questions. But just to give you guys a little bit of background, it's been a really emotional show, and there's going to be some more levity to it. But I definitely wanted to bring on one of our friends of the show, who and I know that you guys love when we do this, and her name is Hope. And Hope is going to come on the show. And yeah, there it's going on, Hoper.
What's up, Hope?
All right.
Woo! Proof of life.
Proof of life.
Love that. Love that.
I exist. I'm here. I was recovering from a mastectomy.
Wow.
And was laying on drugs. And
I
was.
St. Patty's Day, everybody. Happy
Well,
St. Patty's Day.
Yes, happy St.
Happy
Patty's
St.
Day.
Is that
Day.
the picture you sent with when you were getting wheeled in with snacks and stuff that you'd put in the chat for everybody to see?
That was one of them. And yeah, that you get snacks.
This one's getting wheeled in a group chat. It's getting wheeled into getting surgery, and she's got fucking just a chest full of Doritos, chips,
sounds amazing.
cookies, and she's got a huge smile on her face, and we're like, this is insane.
I'm like, they give me snacks.
So crazy.
Yeah. I was getting my port.
Yeah.
And,
So,
yes.
all right.
And you don't go
So
all the way under, and I was chatting with them. It was hysterical.
I can only imagine what you're
so
chatting
funny.
about.
Yeah,
So
funny.
all right. So what I want to do is obviously first just kind of go a little bit back to what the funny thing is. Not funny, to be honest, but people don't know. Literally the day you're moving back to Ohio. Shout out Ohio. Ohio. You just and I think the story is important for people because we talk about on the show all the time. Life changes on a dime.
Yes.
and you guys are packed. You're ready to go. You're moving back home. I think it's like the day you're moving back home.
Yeah, moving truck, the whole thing.
And you're doing the doctor's visits to check them off the list before you go back to Ohio, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we go back to that day? Like, do you remember? I mean, like, what was that like to get that news like out of nowhere and you're not expecting it?
Oh, like, I guess you're just mind numbing. Your mind just goes blank, right? And I was in Manhattan, actually. Your wife offered to come in and drive in and get me, which was lovely. And I was like, no. I was just walking down the street, and it was just the cool air was actually helping me a lot. Just kind of not hyperventilate. And I was like, I'm going to finish my workday. I'm going to keep going. I have no symptoms. There's nothing. I had a baby. I was breastfeeding. I still had like milk. Like what? And that's rare. Okay. Yeah. They said, oh, it's rare. All the doctors were confident. I was confident. It's just something. And no, it was breast cancer, stage 3. So yeah. Wow. And I was like, okay. So we had to delay the move because getting in with doctors. Now in New York, I was selling medical devices. Yep. So I had some connections. So I was like, they worked me up really fast in New York, and I took all those notes and Cleveland Clinic in Ohio, and also University Hospital. And I was like, we got to get this done. We got to go. Imaging. Hi, Parker. You know why?
Parker's back.
Hi, honey. You're here. He's here for the support. I love it. He's a therapy dog.
Came in, said hi real quick.
He did. I think he's checking for snacks. And
he's looking for Regina.
Yeah.
That's what he's looking for.
He's like, you're not Regina. Ew.
I like, by the way, how in the middle of getting news and your mind's all fuzzy, and the best thing that you could do is have a friend drive you home, and when Regina called you, you're like, I don't feel safe with you behind the wheel. You can stay home.
Actually,
how was you're like, anyone else could come in. Like, she's like, I got you. She's like, nah, I'm good.
Actually, so I did tell Josh when driving me to chemo, I was like, it's not the cancer that's going to kill me, it's your driving.
It's your drive. It's going to take me out.
Yeah, that's what's going to take me out. So, yeah, and that began a year-long journey. And so went into surgery, and it was imaging. I had all this CT scans. Like I said, the doctors I'm like, let's do all this. And they thought it was like very early stage 2. Couldn't see any lymph nodes involved. Get into surgery. 7 lymph nodes had been affected, and I was a stage 3. And I was like, what? So that week, so then pathology. So they take out your tumor, right? Mm-hmm. Did you know they keep the tumors?
Mm-hmm. They do?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a big tumor library.
Yeah. They keep because each one's kind of different.
Oh, wow.
So they keep this log of what's what to try to see what they can do
for future
reference.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. And stuff, yeah.
There's a test I'm actually going to do.
Did you name it?
I should.
I'm just saying, Advice Unfiltered sounds like a good name for a tumor.
That's it.
Okay. Well, there were 3 of them. So there were 3 of them. So you could have like the Tony tumor, the Chris tumor.
The Tony tumor. I like that. Tony tumor.
Like, there's levity in it, but then I'm like,
sounds like a garbage pail kid.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony. All right. So that I remember that day because you guys, obviously
we came here.
It changed. Yeah, it came here. It changes a lot, and and by the way, if I'm not mistaken, your mother had breast cancer too, right? Mm-hmm. So now is that something? And I ask this because a lot of our audience is female. So when it does run or someone in your family has it, do you feel the need to do the genetic testing? Right? Isn't there a way? Is it to make a difference? I don't know. Why I asked?
I did it in 2012. What was available, I did in 2012. That's when she had hers. I do not have BRCA. I did the latest and greatest. Mm-hmm. I have no genetic indicators, and cancer is mostly environmental.
Gotcha.
So, which is sad. And so when people are like, my boobs tried to kill me, fuck cancer, I'm like, no, the environment tried to kill you. Your boobs saved you. My left teat saved my life because it kept it. Yeah. Well, some lymph nodes. And I was a softball extraordinaire. This is my catching arm. I was like, nothing got by me. I was first base. Nothing got by me.
There you go.
There you go. Like,
nothing got by.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
So, And then so you have a week wait. And I was pretty quiet that week of after mastectomy. Except I was laying in we have a cabin on our property. Mm-hmm. So I was recovering in the cabin because I had 3 tubes coming out, a 2-year-old that was getting tangled. So I was out there and I would tune in. And I remember Connie. Is she here?
Connie from our Connie Young.
Oh, really?
Connie.
Connie.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah,
The one
that-
that
that-
perverted stuff?
She's no, she's on.
Connie was always on. She was hysterical. I was laying out there on drugs in the cabin, like in the bed, just like blah,
Yeah.
and and it was great. It was
shit.
fun. You guys
It's
like
the
kept
first
me
thing
company.
she said when
Connie
she
kept me
came
company.
here.
Yeah.
She goes, "Is Connie still watch?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "The OG Connie?"
Yeah.
She's like,
I was
"Yeah."
like, yeah,
I'm
OG
like,
Connie
"Yeah,
from the very
Connie still
beginning."
watches."
Yeah.
And like, so it was a thought process of like, that's how far back it goes. So I'm sure Connie's probably watching, going, "Are they calling? Are they talking about me?" Are they?
Connie, I think
Crazy.
we chatted in the
Really?
live, right?
See, that's what I love about our community.
That's why it makes
Right.
like.
Now, I just want to ask you because people are trying to correct me here because I see people putting on hysterectomy. She get a vasectomy, you get a vasectomy, right? Just explain what a vasectomy is.
Did you say vasectomy?
Is that what you said though? You said
I thought-
mastectomy. I thought you said
I thought she said- I thought she said
so it
vasectomy.
sounded
You
like-
get a vasectomy. You
No.
get a vasectomy. I
That's
don't
what I
have
said.
a
That's what
wiener.
I'm saying.
I
I'm
went
like,
with
'cause
you too,
I
I
thought
was
you were
like-
saying vasectomy, and everybody's writing hysterectomy. I'm like, no, freaking. I'm like, that's not what it is.
No.
So explain what that is.
Yes, because I heard vasectomy too.
right? Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
I was
that's
thinking,
funny.
I was like, I never had one.
I'm not
I was pretty
tucking.
sure I was the only one to get one of those.
I didn't tuck here.
You didn't tuck.
I'm not tucking.
All right, so
Yeah.
so what did you have? A
mastectomy.
mastectomy.
On my left,
Mastectomy.
single left
Yes.
side. Okay, I will speak in breast cancer
Yeah,
terms.
go
Yes.
terms.
Single mastectomy. That's where it was. You are eligible to do double if you'd like. You can
Mm-hmm.
take off the other teat.
Uh-huh.
I didn't test for anything. My mother was affected on the lefty as well.
Mm-hmm.
She is 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
And never had a reoccurrence. So, all right, she's good on her righty. I'm gonna stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also I have now you have drains that come out of it. You're all right.
All fucked up?
Right, because they carve open your boob, they scoop it out like a pumpkin, like you're making a jack-o'-lantern, and then for me, I slid in an implant,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then so you can go flat,
Mm-hmm.
or you can put in spacers.
Spacers.
Spacers. It keeps the space because they don't want your skin to
Oh,
like
it keeps the spacer just in case.
open, and then you're going to go into reconstruction and get an implant in.
Gotcha.
It depends how good your I was supposed to get spacers. How about this? The game plan changed. My darling husband didn't pay attention. He's like, and days in, he goes, "I think you have an implant," and I was like, "No, I have spacers. I was supposed to get spacers." He goes, "No, I think you have an implant." I'm like, "Well, what did they tell you?" He's like, "I don't know," and I'm like, "What?" Like, come on, you're the.
That's my boy.
That's my
husband
emergency
answer.
contact
If
right
you
there.
would've said anything else, I would have been disappointed.
So I had to go. I went into my medical notes and I was like, I do have I have. They went straight to implant. They said the profusion, it was good. The tissue was great. So they're like, she can just skip to the end, right? So
Yeah.
just pop in
Yeah.
the implant.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Right?
saved me a surgery.
There you go.
Fantastic.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, it was
That's
fine.
amazing.
So I was like, okay, and you're also. I was like, they get this little card.
Yeah.
You can kind of get I was like, is my booby tracking me?
You got a tracker in your booby?
Yeah. Well, it has a serial number.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
It has, it has a little tracker there. It has all this information. I was like, are they tracking me? It has
Well, my
it
personal
red
parts don't
on
have
the
serial
thing.
numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a serial number. That's kind of messed up.
I have a serial number.
You missed
I
out.
do. They
Missed
have
out.
they track it, and they're like, here's your blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's pretty high tech.
Like, wonder,
Yeah.
like,
So you get a high tech booby.
I mean, I
People,
don't
like,
know.
try to
Yeah,
steal
I
it.
do.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
cool.
know, right? I'm not returning it.
No.
I feel like maybe like my
Like-
mom.
Can you
My
imagine?
mom had. My mom had.
Look, here's
implants.
I'd like
serial
to
number.
exchange it.
Look,
Yeah.
Got it here.
Get in here. You know what?
Like
Yeah.
a bad batch when they're like, oh, like when a company recalls something, you're like,
Yeah,
if your
right.
serial
yeah.
number to 23, you got bad
God.
titties. You
Maybe
gotta take
that'll
them
be it. Maybe
titties
like,
back.
oh, this one's leaking. This batch is leaking. They got to recall on this
funny.
one.
Yeah, it's the only thing I could think of, a recall of some teats.
Yeah.
So,
So your recovery was okay?
Yeah, it was good. There's lots of drugs, lots of good drugs.
Yeah.
okay.
So, I had a second surgery where they had to remove the nipple.
Mm-hmm.
That one was worse.
So you went
'cause
nipple free, right?
I'm winking.
Me too.
Yeah,
Snap my boob.
I'm winking
Sorry,
at
I
everyone.
just
And yeah,
Relationship experts.
Oh God, it's so funny.
So, yeah.
I'm sorry. I just
and a lot of girls are winking. That's
Yes.
something I learned too. A lot. It's.
More,
So-
it's common.
But I did have people sending out good vibes to save my nipple, and I said, if you've never said a prayer to save a nipple, here's your opportunity
to say a prayer.
save the nipple.
I love that.
Right,
I love that.
right.
Save the nipple.
Save
This is
the
fun to say.
nipple.
Save the
And
nipple.
yeah, so there was a tiny bit of cancer in the nipple, so,
So they
it
took
had
it-
to
took it
go.
better,
Had
yeah.
to go. So yeah, so that was the second surgery. They took out some scar tissue, and that did hurt more. The second surgery, but yeah.
So let me ask you. So when you were going through all that, right? Obviously you were scared, right?
Yes, for
Obviously,
sure.
there was some fear involved, right? So what kept your positive mood going? Like what did you revert back to make sure? Because now you have a daughter, right? A 3-year-old daughter. You don't want to see her. She don't want her to see you upset, right?
Correct.
You want to see mommy nice and strong.
Yeah.
So
or
what gave you
laid up or anything like that?
Yeah. So what was your go-to where you're like, I got to listen to this every day, or I got to make sure I do this every day to keep my mood positive and strong, not just for me, but for everybody that cares about me. Yeah.
That's been kind of like a lifelong thing for me.
Yeah.
Of just kind of radical happiness, like radical acceptance of happiness, because we give meaning to the words. Chemo. That doesn't have a meaning unless I assign a meaning to it. Everybody, I just kind of like step away from people because everyone goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's like, stop. You're saying it's a negative experience before it's even happened.
Yeah.
It's about being present and staying where you're at. And, I have been working on that for my lifetime, I mean, I was 21 and I said, I'm done with Ohio, and I took a one-way plane ticket to New York City, and I didn't know anybody, and said, I'll work it out. And you have to be mentally able to be your own best friend, and that works in relationships too.
Yeah, 100%. So if you had somebody right now that was sitting in front of you, it was about, they just got the diagnosis. What's the one thing you would tell them to give them the same hope that you had?
You have to stay in the day. Like, you're going to go on Google. You're going to do it.
Now everybody looks for the Google doctor, right?
You're going to wake up in the middle of the night and take
like,
your
oh my
phone.
God, I have breast cancer. I got balls?
Yes. And every case is so different. You cannot look at somebody else's. Now, it does help to look at survivors. For sure. I want to see the 20-year people, the 30. So those people show up. Please just say, hi, I'm here. And it gives you so much more hope of, like, it's going to be okay.
One just came up on there. Ming just brought one up on there. It said 21-year breast cancer survivor.
Oh,
Thank you.
Somebody brought that up there. So
I was searching cancer stories like nobody's business,
Yeah.
and for like the long-term ones. And then there was another one. That one over there had a smaller case, but it's cancer's cancer, and she's a couple years ahead of me. Melissa, how many years ahead of you are you? 4? 4.
We can't ever talk off thing. Yeah,
You want to come on?
Yeah, you can't just have me talk off camera and say yes. I at 4.
You want to come sit next to her?
You sure? Come on.
She has a super cute hat on.
You can come say hi.
No, too shy.
She's
Okay.
shy.
Never mind.
Okay.
So
22 years. All good. There's
Oh, good.
another
There we
one.
go. There's another one. See, I love that.
You
I love that.
guys.
22 years.
I hope now. So I will always show up for the people behind me, and I feel like, Chris, I didn't read your book. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I didn't read either.
All I know is from what I've gotten from this.
You're like, I haven't read it. Heard it was pretty
I
good.
mean, I wrote it, but I didn't read it.
Is that like when you experienced this darkness, your takeaway when you were through it was like, I got to run back in the burning building and save who I can. Right? That's how I feel about it too. I got to go back and save it. And that's what compels you to kind of just say good morning to people, because sometimes maybe that's what's going to, that's the only thing they have in the morning, and that will make them get through the night.
Hey,
Be
you're
like,
absolutely
I got to show up
correct
because
about
Chris is going to tell me good morning.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're 100% correct. That's you hit the nail on the head. That's one of the things that's really shocking to me about that whole thing.
It's amazing.
That week I was sick, freaking. I had so many people messaging me, going, "Yo, where's my good morning?"
Oh, when you went to
I was like, I'm pretty sure it's mine.
They're messaging me like, "Are you guys okay?"
Yeah, but it's cool. No, but yeah. So you go into the flames, you come out the phoenix, right? You rise, right? So when you were going through your whole chemo and everything else, did you find yourself more helping others as you were doing it, or were you more family focused and focused on your own health?
I wasn't like posting about like what's going on. So some things I was doing because I was on all these like forums. I iced my head, the Paxman. So it did, obviously my hair was very long. It slowed the rate a lot of like the hair loss to where I could fill in so I wasn't ever bald.
Okay.
So I helped some people research like how to not screw it up and how to do it and like you have to wet your hair and then put on an ice cap. So I was like, for all the cold plungers, I was like, suck, and it compresses your head. So icy compression on your head, suck at cold plungers. I'm like, for hours.
Wow.
You have to sit there for 30 minutes before, then you have your treatment, and then you sit there for another hour with this thing on your head. It depends on what you're getting. It'll be a little bit longer on the ass end of this.
And the purpose behind that is what?
So it constricts your pores
Scalp,
in your head, right? Your scalp. So the chemo drugs can't make it up there to destroy the follicles.
Oh, look at
It's
that.
just
I didn't
simple.
know about that. I didn't know about that either. Ah.
Yeah. And researching different systems and even insurance really doesn't cover it, and it's $2,200.
Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't cover it.
I know.
Freaking
Just drives us
I just
crazy.
got my kid glasses, and they cover like $150. I'm like, they're freaking $900. I'm like, fucking, like, what
What am I paying
What
for?
am I paying $150? I pay you that a month.
Yeah.
I pay you for the insurance.
And certain things like push for testing, like
Yeah.
fight your insurance.
Yeah.
Insurance turned down a PET scan for me. They're like, it's not medically necessary. I'm like, what? I have cancer. That's what it's for. Like,
stupid.
Such
a scam.
I had lobular. Let me talk. I had lobular. So breast cancer is a big blanket term, right? Lobular is specifically what I had. And it's the second most popular, and it lacks the protein to stick together as a big little lump. It's a bunch of like crumbs, and when those crumbs build up enough on each other, then it's visible by your mammo. I had a mammo and an ultrasound. It was missed.
Really?
Yeah, it's common that lobular is missed, and you catch it at a stage 2, 3 because enough is piled up that you can see it. Wow. So yeah, we need better imaging. I mean, I think you're gonna have to fact check this. I think it's 40,000 a year or get lobular.
Wow.
It's not a small number, something like that. But yeah, check. But second most popular.
Don't worry, we don't fact check shit here.
No, we do.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Somebody can do that.
We had a
Somebody
fact
can do that.
checker. He's on to other things for us right now. Otherwise, I'd be like, Tyler, can you fact check that for us, please? So
I like that, yeah. So the one thing that helped her get through the process was the mindset that cancer is not going to win. What you said earlier was on point as far as what you said. Hope about words having power, right?
Yes.
I'm a huge believer that they call it spelling for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because they put spells on things, right? Like it's one of my biggest vernaculars to push towards people is to understand that the words that they say to themselves are the most powerful and heaviest weights they're ever going to carry, right? I commend you. On staying positive through that whole thing.
Yeah, I don't have a bad. It didn't try to kill me. It saved me. It's a warrior, hero. Chemo were my heroes coming into my body. Taxol is the first one I had to do, and it's derived. I studied about it. Like, where does this come from? It comes from trees. I was like, I love trees. I'm such a tree hugger.
I love that. I love trees.
I know. I was like, yay, give me the trees. So I was like, yay, trees. And yeah, Taxol was fine for me. And people have different reactions. I was lucky to really not have bad, like, you have to keep your electrolytes going. You have to keep stuff going. And it was so crazy because my doctors were like, well, you're doing so well because you're healthy. And I was like, I have cancer. They're like, you're healthy. But working at Lifetime, eating well, working out, all the things that are supposed to prevent cancer. Well, but you're going to get through whatever you're up against better if you're in shape.
I'm a firm believer that there's so many people that I've known in my life that they got diagnosed with cancer and they died quick. Mm-hmm. And I always say I don't think it's so much the cancer that killed them, but the diagnosis. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's as soon as they got it, they thought
that's
it. You know what I mean? I don't have a chance. You know what I mean?
The
they
only
gave
thing
up.
you think about is death. Like, there's a lot of different endings here. It doesn't have to be death.
No, I know you're a miracle story. There's a lot of there's a lot of people that have survived some amazing things just by changing their thought process. Mm-hmm. Thinking, fuck this, I'm going to beat cancer, fuck cancer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing what the human body can do in the mind.
Life is eternal illness. No one's getting out alive.
Yeah,
Okay?
it's true, right? You start dying the moment you're born.
Yeah. I mean, we're already closer to death.
Let's all have a crying session about that right now.
damn, we got
So
team today.
motivational, just so you know.
We're not-
When you're born, you start dying. Thank you. Come again.
Every minute. Like, you guys are closer to death than when you started this podcast.
Yeah, no,
you know?
I say it all the time.
We just want a couple more years
I
out
say
of this
it
deal.
all the time. The last relationship I was in, that was something I used to say all the time. I was like, she's like, why are you trying to work so hard? Why are you trying to do all this now? I was like, because I'm closer to my death than I am my birth. You know what I mean? I realize that now. You know what I mean? So there's a sense of urgency for me in my life to get fucking shit done now. And so yeah, no, I agree with you 100% on that. 100%. What would be one really good word of advice that you would give our followers that are
For what? That are in cancer or?
that are going through it or that might have a family member or somebody they care about going through it. What's one really
somebody
good
has
word
a
of advice?
family member, so just show up for them. Don't ask them, because your mind goes into survival mode, right? So you're like, what can I do? Like, don't make me have any more decisions to make. I can't. I'm trying to learn. Yeah, I'm trying to survive and learn it out and make all these medical decisions for myself and everything. Just show up and do it. So bring the dinner. Go clean their house. Just all that stuff. Do it. Like my child, I'm so fortunate. We have a really great support group that here you go. And she's a party girl. You saw her. So she was all like, bye. I'm like, she'll ditch me in like a hot second for a good time. So that's the good part. That's the good part. And yeah, you just have to stay in the moment. So here's the happy part of, so pathology, right? We said pathology. So take the tumor, go pick through it. Pathology, it was like, well, guess what? This is these tumors are lame. They're lamos. So you're going to get downsstaged to a 1B. And I was like, okay, but you have to go through, after you go through 5 months of chemo, this 6 weeks of radiation, nipple surgery, like do all this year, and then you get to go forth as a stage 1B. Yeah. And I was like, thank God. Thank God. Yeah. So that was, so don't just, like you're saying, your friends, they think that's it, it's the end. It's not. So much can happen. So much can change. You don't know your tumor type. You don't know, things can happen. And you just, and there, I mean, a lot of new technologies are coming out, and there's always new trials, studies, all these things going on. So
no, it's amazing with AI right now. All the things that are happening, like freaking, like, so it's such a, I don't want to say it's such a good time to be sick, but as far as being, if you happen to get sick at this time and age in our lives, it's the best time. There's so much out there. You must
advocate for yourself, though, too. Yeah. You got to keep pushing, because the bastards are going to try and get you down, and the bastards are the insurance companies. Yeah. So and imaging, if you couldn't, the place originally that I was going to have imaging done, they couldn't do my biopsy for 3 weeks, and I was like, peace out. You're not the only place to get a biopsy. So,
no, exactly.
I did, on that one, I did fortunately have friends, but you can just pick up the phone and somebody, like, I just need somebody to get in there and rip out a piece. Let's go. Like, I'm ready to, listen, you're a farm guy, I'm a farm girl. I'm ready to MacGyver this shit myself. Let's go. In Tony's garage.
A roasted egg and duct tape. She's like, I got
this. Let's go.
Love it.
Let's go to Tony's garage and rip a piece. Let's go.
I got tools. I'll figure this shit out.
Exactly. You can do it. Tony, you build so many things. It's great. I trust you can do it.
I love that about you. He did a great job down here. I love that for you, though. Like your story, your inspiration, your heart, and your will is definitely something that everybody should strive to do. I mean, I appreciate that from you.
It's helpful in just your life. Like, you should just start practicing, like, words have power. Yeah. Start practicing these things. It will help you, because shit's going to happen. Eventually, something's going to get you. Yeah. We're all going to die. Sorry. Oh, what an uplifting story. But
but listen, before you die, make our show number one. Subscribe, share, and like.
Yes.
But anyways, while you're on the way out, you don't mind.
Subscribe, share, and like.
Yeah, as long as you're on this side of the dirt, you know?
Right.
What?
I really do have to say, when you asked what is the piece of advice you would give for kids, talk to people. Talk to people. Ask questions, talk to people, which is exactly what you all are doing.
Yeah.
And that's why this is beneficial. Talk about it. Be public about it. Share your story.
Yeah.
And this is what helps people.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
If she was over here talking to the mic,
I mean,
if
she talked to the mic on camera, it would have been a better situation for us. But like, stranger off camera,
right here,
yelling from the back seat,
over there in the corner. It's our
come on, just come over and sit down.
It's our first live show. You in the back.
You in the back. What are you doing over there?
Can someone get her a microphone?
No. Come on.
No, you're good.
Right,
no, it's a family experience. You're good.
What helped me was talking about it, asking questions, talking to other people. And that's literally what you guys are producing right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you know what I'm really good at? I'm really good at taking things full circle.
Full circle, baby.
So we're going to go back full circle here, right? So what she's saying right there, right, is that human connection, that talking, not AI, not Google, not any of that shit, but actually having that human connection and talking to somebody is so dire important to one's health, right? Did I nail that? Right?
I like it.
Let's bring full circle, right? There we go.
All right.
So go ahead.
So now we have 15 minutes left, and I know this is really why Hope wanted to come on.
What?
Is because she wanted to answer user questions.
Let's bring it on.
There you go. Right on.
Now I want to join in.
So
there you go. I get some questions.
So all right. So this question. So we got a couple. We'll save for the end. I saved just for you.
good.
I figured you deserved some of the hard-hitting relationship questions that we have here on the show. All right, Hope.
Yes.
George writes in.
George.
I'm 23 years old and I have a new girlfriend.
Okay.
My friends keep saying that all the girls love 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink.
Oh.
Is that true? I wanted to ask you guys before I trust the boys and ruin my relationship. All right, Hope. How do you feel about George's question at 23?
George, you got to talk to You got Liz.
She watches. She knows.
Hope, our cancer survivor, who just gave this whole emotional speech to inspire people. Let's find out if it's 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink.
Listen, Chris, you carry on. You carry on. The shocker? He wants to know about the shocker.
Yeah, he wants to know about the shocker.
No, you have to
It is
clear
called the shocker.
That for a reason. It's very shocking. You can't
Shocking.
spring it. George, don't spring it on her. You got to have a conversation. She might like some butt action.
Some ass
Some
play.
people-
Backdoor
backdoor. But you really have to clear that because I have actually been a recipient of a just surprise attack. No.
Surprise attack. Well,
No,
they call it a
no.
shocker for a reason.
Yes, exactly. I know. I'm like, no.
Are you here?
And
You
also,
awake?
George, the area.
In case you didn't feel the other thing.
The area is very it needs some prep work.
Wait. Hi, I'm Christopher David,
Shaka.
relationship expert.
Shaka.
Oh,
God.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
that's when I
wait,
start
have you
sweating.
guys ever done a surprise?
Surprise
I-
shocker?
surprise
I
back
surprise
door.
everybody.
Surprise! Don't do no surprise back doors.
I never surprise anybody.
Surprise everybody.
That's like because that's
Gotta
a
keep you on your toes, bro.
gotta slowly one step on a ladder at a time. We made it
Yeah.
past 3 steps. Oh, okay, 4 is
You
gonna
really
be
need to have a
fine.
conversation
I guess
before
we're
you
good
go.
here, right? So
Before you go to the back door, you need to have a conversation.
I think if you do a proper feel around test, you can tell.
feel around test. You don't gotta
You
check.
don't gotta ask. I think in the moment.
You don't gotta look
do a
up
little
big.
proper little. I'm not gonna do the motion. I
It's
started to. You gotta do a little proper. A little proper wake up call.
See, she
Hello?
knows. Yeah, no surprises.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Just no.
I knew you'd have a good answer.
Yeah, I would
a good
want to
answer.
have a cool conversation about not necessarily, but like a little sexy little chat.
I'd be like, hey.
So
Yeah. Don't spring it on. That's
Hey, I just
awful.
wanted to.
this,
No?
no,
No, that's bad.
not good.
What? Not good.
Oh, fuck. So bad.
All right. Well, I put this one in after because it goes right into that. So Christian,
Oh, here we go.
my wife loves ass play, so I find myself in
Jesus.
They just
Oh,
went
going back door today?
They went together. We're going to go to the front door eventually. My wife loves some ass play too, so I find myself a little bit in the dark about how to go in between the intimate areas, if you catch my drift. But the other day, as I was figuring it out, she decided with my ass to use her fingers.
Oh.
It was a little deeper than just around the rim, but oddly, it felt really good. So I was wondering, does a finger from behind make me bi? No.
So many guys love a finger in the butt. I've gotten that request, and I'm like, what? No. And I'm like, I have fingernails. So I'd be like,
Fingernail.
I have big acrylics on right now. I was like, really? And no.
Lost a nail.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry, you want a nail up your ass? I don't. What? Yeah. I don't want to lose a nail up your a-hole.
Nail.
Oh, my God.
How about that in the ER, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
I'm sure it's
come in.
happened.
I'm sure.
Oh, I'm
I'm sure it's
Sure.
happened. Listen,
So sure.
I know nurses that work in the emergency room, and they have told me some horror stories that I'm like, that's not true. She's like, I swear to God, Chris, that happened. Like, it's not okay to stick foreign objects in your butt.
No, they
No.
slipped and fell on it. That's always the story. I was
slipped
gardening
and
nude.
fell.
That's the story
I
going.
was gardening nude, and I slipped and fell on the cucumber that was growing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
All right. This non-backdoor question comes in from Brian from Los Angeles. And I thought it's interesting because you spent a lot of time in the city and you're on this path. So that's why I brought this question up. Brian from Los Angeles writes in, hey guys, this one's probably more for Chris, but I love both your perspective. My wife is starting to pursue an acting career seriously, and things are beginning to pick up for her, which I'm really proud of her. But I'd be lying to say if something has been on my mind lately. What if she lands a role that involves kissing scenes or intimate moments with another actor? I completely know as professional. I'm just being honest and saying I don't know how I feel about it. I'm being supportive of her dreams, but at the same time, is it wrong for me to think about this?
So I'm going to be honest with you. There's a maturity level that comes with all that. You know, there's a certain maturity level that comes with it, right? You have to, if you're going to date somebody who's an actor or a model or an influencer or somebody who's in a limelight kind of scenario where they're going to get a lot of attention, whether it be, you know, due to an acting gig, whether they're physical with somebody, you have to grow to a certain maturity to be able to do all that. You know, yeah, I'm okay with it. I understand it's acting. I understand it's a job. But I'm also really secure in who I am and realize that, you know, things happen. Freaking when you're, you know, so I don't worry about it. I don't worry about that shit. Like I don't worry about any of that stuff for the simple fact that I don't have time to worry about it. And, but again, I think it comes to a certain maturity level and you guys really has to be that's a decision you have to make before she starts acting because once you're in it, you can't
well, you can't go backwards.
You can't go backwards, right? You can't go backwards. And if she chooses to act, you know, if she gets paid a lot of money, bro, to make out with fucking like, you know, George Clooney or Brad Pitt.
Whatever.
You know what I mean? Fucking it is what it is. You know, or Henry Cavill.
It's not. You know? She's still gonna take the role.
She's still gonna take the role anyway.
She should.
Like, you know what I mean? The biggest thing you can do if you really care about her and love her, and she's choosing to be an actor, and you really wanted to make it work with her, is support her 100%. And work on you because you feeling that way is an insecurity in you. It's really not so much about her job. You know, she'd be a trainer and you'd be upset she's training some guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not just her job. It's an insecurity level with you. It's the God's honest truth. Like, so you need to work on you a little bit, bro, and become more secure in who you are as a man and understand that you can't control the controllables. I always say this, control the controllables, right? What you have control over is you and how you are as a person and how trustworthy you are and how loyal you are. And if you really care about her and love her, then you got to work on you and then support her in doing it. Don't hold her back, you know, because it's going to be end up biting you in the ass.
Yeah.
Well, it might not be a good experience either. She might be like, oh, God, this is disgusting.
It might be terrible.
Yeah.
You know?
He's assuming it's going to be great and she's going to like it. Like,
and you're going to assume every actor's like Henry Cavill.
The best was John Krasinski. He's married to Emily Blunt. Mm-hmm. And so John came down on set because she was filming this big scene with Matt Damon. And it's a sex scene. So he comes down and they're filming it and all that stuff. And John Krasinski talks about this all the time. Matt Damon comes up and they have this awkward moment where they just are face to face. And, you know, just actor to actor. And Matt doesn't know what to say and he freezes and he goes, I just fucked your wife. And then they tell this funny story where he walks off and they didn't speak to each other. Not any reason, just professionally didn't cross paths for like 5 years. And immediately when he saw him, Matt goes up to him and just goes, bro, I'm so sorry. I did not know what to say to you. And it was this
so
funny like actor moment of like.
No, you got to understand that's part of the job. Like,
this is part of the job,
it's part
right?
of the job. But again, she could be doing anything, man. That, you know, she could be working at a doctor's office and the doctor be good looking and it's going to bother you. Like, you just making that comment alone shows that you're not at a level where you're secure enough in yourself. So that's the only way it's going to get better for you and any relationship really is working on you and your security as a man. I'm at a point in my life where, like, if I'm with somebody and she's blowing up somebody else's phone, I'm not stressing about it. I can move on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't worry about what she's doing. I'm not checking her phone. I'm not going through her shit. If she shows up at my house every day, she tells me she loves me every day, that's good enough for me. You know what I mean? I can't control what she's going to do outside of the time I see her. And me worrying about that shit is just going to destroy the relationship, right? So that, you know, if I'm sitting there wondering what the fuck she's doing all the time, going through her phone, wondering who she's hanging out with at work, if I'm doing all that stuff there, it ruins the whole dynamic of the relationship, right? But if I'm really secure in myself and I work on myself, then everything's great in that relationship. Because here's the thing about a woman, too, and correct me if I'm wrong in this, but women are attracted to a circle and an area where they feel comfortable and safe, right? And if you're constantly insecure, questioning what she's doing, you're not creating that safe environment, that comfortable space where she wants to attract to you, right? In fact, she'll probably end up talking to somebody else. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
All right.
No, it's nobody wants to be like hounded. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Who's
nobody
that?
wants
Who are you
that.
talking
Nobody
to?
wants that. You know what I
Like,
mean?
yeah, you're like, it's yeah.
No, it's not the first time she's kissed somebody before. It
No,
just was before you.
Yeah,
That's all.
like, yeah. What's that saying you always say to me? Freaking, you know, what's that saying you say to me? You're not the first one.
Oh, you're not the first one to plant a flag on the moon.
Yeah, you're not the first one to plant a flag in the moon. You know what I mean? Like, so, like,
I always think about that.
Unless she comes back. Listen, the only way I get upset is she comes back. She goes, "That was the best fucking kiss I've ever fucking had." Freaking, you know what I mean? That's the only way. And like, you can tell the difference too. Like, like if I watched it, and I saw her like, you know, kick her leg up. I was like, "Rrr." I'm like, all right, listen. You were into that a little too much.
Little too much.
You owe me an apology and really good sex when we get home.
That's it.
You know what I mean? That's again, you know.
All right, Emily and Jason from Denver write in. Hey guys, we just had our first baby a few months ago, and I know all of us have gone down this road. And honestly, life feels completely different.
I hear you. What's that?
All right, Emily and Jason from Denver. Still a kid. Hey, we just had our first baby a few months ago, and honestly, life feels obviously different in a good way. But also, we weren't really prepared for the lack of sleep, constant schedules, trying to be good parents, and ultimately, our intimacy has completely fallen off. No tension, no resentment. It just doesn't feel like a priority right now, even though we both missed that part of our relationship. How do couples reconnect after having a baby when you still see each other and love each other, but you're just too exhausted to find a new rhythm? Do you remember when your little man was born?
Yeah. I worked 10 hours and took care of him at night until like 1 a.m. I was exhausted. We got divorced. Sad. We got divorced.
So you didn't reconnect.
No.
So that one didn't work out.
So, yeah.
Didn't work out.
Whoopsie.
No, we got divorced.
You know what's funny?
What?
Me too.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah.
Right?
You guys right. Hey, I'm still married.
I don't know if our advice is going to be any
I
good.
think so here's something I can honestly say. All right, so everybody talks about when the baby comes, what you got to do as a parent, right?
Yeah.
But nobody ever talks about, maybe we should do a whole segment about this. Nobody ever talks about how to take care of each other while you take care of that baby, right? Nobody talks about that, right? Nobody talks about, hey, when this kid's born, what's our roles in this?
Yeah.
Am I getting up at 3 o'clock? Are you getting up at 3 o'clock? Are we alternating nights? There's never really any game plan set in motion about how you're going to take care of each other while you take care of a kid, right? I don't think it's an open conversation that really nobody ever thinks about having because they're all like, oh my God, there's something that's going to be alive and we have to take care of it. You know what I mean? Like, instinct depends on us not killing it, right? And it's a lot. That's a lot on itself, right? Because I know for me, for the first couple of nights of my first one, I was like, every time the kid moved when he was sleeping, I'm like, you breathing?
He's just poking him.
You good? All right. You hungry?
The more secure we became with Rockland surviving, then he would start to sleep through the night things, and I would purposely be like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's so
then I would resent him. I'm like, wake up.
Yeah, you start resenting them, right? So there's a little bit of like, because, and again, and you can ask this honestly, was there any discussion about how you were going to take care of each other before she was born?
No.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So I think maybe we should do a whole segment on that once. We should talk about that. We should talk about how I know for anybody that's expecting to have a child, how do you communicate before that child's born to better? Because right now there's two people at my job right now. Both have kids. Both just had babies. And first thing, Matt, love you, Matt Rosa, love that guy. First thing he said to me, he's like, dude, I thought I was patient. I am not patient. And it's true. Like, you start losing your sleep. The stress of, I have to keep this thing alive. And then, and then it's always hungry and it's always pooping. It always seems to be mad at me for no reason. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's a lot for both of you, right? So I think anybody in a relationship that's going to have a child, right, you need to talk about how you're going to take care of each other and get through it together, right? Because that's the thing, right? That's where people get the animosity. They start getting that thing where they start getting a little resentment towards each other. And the moment that resentment starts happening, the next thing you know, you're sleeping on the sofa with the baby. She's sleeping in bed with the baby, and there's this space, this opening that starts happening, right? So I think if there's a proper communication before the child's born about how you're going to do this together. I'll get up every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You know what I mean? You'll get up every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. You know what I mean? Just have that conversation. I think it would be a lot better, right? It'd be a lot more helpful. Now, he's at a point right now where they've already had the baby, right? Yeah. They've already had the baby. So to reconnect now, you got to have date nights.
You got to let
you got to have date nights. You as the man. Is the man asking?
It's both of them. It's a couple.
All right. So you as the man, you got to take the initiative and say, hey, honey, we're going out to eat. Wear something sexy. We're going to go have fun and start hitting on her again like she's your girlfriend, right? Start doing that again. So that spark reassures it, and she's like, oh yeah, that's right. We're actually human. We're not just parents. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what I think anyway.
You're closer to it. My only thing, I was going exactly where you said was you got to be comfortable at some point with somebody watching the kid. You just have to let that fear go because you're going to have to at some point, and you're going to need it earlier than you think because you're both going to need a break regardless, even if it's just for 2-3 hours. But I think to your point, I went right to date night of like let somebody watch the kid for a grandparent, family, friend, whatever you got to do. It's that important to me to do that. And I love what you said because I didn't even think about that, about like treating her like, like to have that spark again, that excitement. Yeah. That's solid. Like I didn't even think about that, but that's awesome.
You have to, man. Even if you got to fake it, right? Even if you got to fake it the first couple times, fucking, if you just, because here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen, right? So the space is created because the baby's there, right? So the space is created, a little bit of resentment started happening between because maybe she feels like you're not doing enough, and he feels like maybe you're not doing enough. And he's like, there's this little tit for tat thing going on right now, right? So I think if you take the initiative as the man in the relationship, if you take that initiative and be like, hey, you remember this place we used to eat at? I made reservations. I think we should go out and literally do that. I think her reaction will help spark that, right? Because I know for me that, and I know this for you, especially being married, that the moment you suggest something and you see Regina light up like a fucking firework, you're like, okay.
It's exciting.
You know what I mean? That fires you up, right? All of a sudden, that little spark of everything, goes back,
Yeah. What do you think?
Okay, so you're talking about we have shifts and stuff.
So everything's going on. You're all exhausted, whatever amount of months in. Right. How do you reconnect? Because a lot of people essentially lose that intimacy, not on purpose.
I
but
dropped
just...
Rockland here, I remember we went to a masquerade
You know what I do? I drop off with you, bro.
Bring your baby to Tony's house. And I dropped her here.
That's so funny.
She was in your bed.
So funny.
I remember,
She would pull up and just throw the child at me and be like, I gotta go. I gotta fuck Josh. And then she'd be out and I'd be like, what's going on?
Bye.
I'm watching the kid. All right, cool.
That's cool.
Josh is like, I'm going to get some.
Love that.
Well, oxytocin really took care of me. Did a number. I looked at Josh like we were high school sweethearts. I was like, hey, hi.
Yeah.
I got all that feel-good hormones. So that was great. I was like, whoa. He was carrying her in the carrier to the doctor's appointment. And I was like, what?
So here's a question for you. So we talk a lot about hair.
What's going on? I was like, I was in a diaper, okay? I had stitches in a diaper. And I was like, oh, my God, this oxytocin shit is real. Because,
you're all bandaged up. You're like, I'm trying to get my fucking...
Yeah. Walking in an adult diaper.
Don't hold her back.
No,
and I'm like, who's
Not
that?
hold her back.
Who's that?
She's looking at her husband. She's like, come on, baby, take this diaper off.
Yeah, right.
So funny. So
yeah,
funny.
it was wild. I was like, wow. So Mother Nature really came for me.
Yeah.
And I said, thank God I didn't start this when I was younger because I would have had 12 kids,
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. So you're talking about the division of labor, basically, right? Yeah, set a game plan, but baby has their own ideas.
Yeah.
Baby likes boobies, so baby will be after mommy a lot. So then if you have to shift around and anticipate what's going to be needed. So sometimes a kid will just not get off you, and you're like, go do the laundry. Go do something.
Just do something.
Do something. Don't be like, well, this kid doesn't want me. I'm just going to go whatever, go in my man cave.
Go play golf.
Go play golf. Yes. That's son of a bitch.
So funny.
Son of a bitch.
Here's the part of the show where we get people divorced.
Yes. Golf.
This is where the trip went bad.
Yeah. This is where it went bad. But so you have to be able to move on your feet there and anticipate and stuff. And sometimes date night might be at home.
No, that's perfect.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think the whole point is the effort, right?
Yes.
Making that effort, right? Making that effort to reconnect.
Milk, you're like, I just don't want to go out. And
that's a good call.
So sometimes date night.
Me and Regina used to. We still do. We'll get dressed up and just stay at home, but it's fun. It's still date night a little bit. Yeah,
it's fun without sometimes just leaving the house and going through all of that with people and stuff. And you're like, the point is that you're together and connecting.
All right, fam. As we bring the show to the end, first off, Rocco, do you want to come on with mommy? You want to say hi to mommy?
Hi, honey. Where did
you want to come on real quick?
Hi, honey.
You want to come? You want to come say hi?
Watch out.
Hi.
Oh, you brought my phone. Thank you.
You want to wave to the camera?
Turn around, honey.
There you go. She knew right where she was going.
Yeah, she would. She knew where she was going.
Yay! Oh.
By the way, Rockland.
Am
I your favorite? That's what I'm talking about. It's my girl.
Do you want to go over to him?
So, you coming over here now? Oh, okay. So I'll end the show this way. So, all right. So to end the show, as always, first off, don't mind. This is Regina. You guys have heard about her. I didn't tell you she's slightly smaller than me.
Yeah.
No.
Can you wave, honey? Oh, she's looking at
You were like,
herself.
what's
It's so
going
cute.
on? All right. So bring the show to a close. As always, first off, Ming, how'd we do tonight?
Excellent. Hope. Great job. And keep fighting. And thank you for you're inspiring, healing a lot of people. So thank you for coming on. Thank you.
All right. On my end, I'll go next. We'll pass over to Hope, and as always, we'll have Chris finish it off. First off, a big shout out to all of you. Thank you so much. Winning another award is huge. to go into 2025 and take out the shows we did, to win the top podcast in 2026 for relationship advice and overall wellness, and then on top of that, to be the #1 vote getter of every single podcast that was submitted. Just speaks volumes to you guys who watch the show, the audience, the people, the community that we're building. We have an amazing group of ambassadors. I know you're watching. We have an amazing group of ambassadors who are just joined as we're going on to the next group. And I'm excited because, it's really been a blessing that at the end of the day, the universe put myself and Chris together at the Lifetime Gym, and all the things that have to happen for us to eventually meet and be like, hey, you want to do a podcast? Oh, shit, I got some equipment. And but, seriously, Ming, Tyler, Isaiah, Avery, Chris, Christian, Regina, everyone who makes the show possible. I love all of you very much. And I promise you, I'm going to be honest, it's not going to be the last word we're going to win. So, and with that, Hope, any words of wisdom, anything to say to the audience, anything before we get out of here?
No, I'm going to say to you guys, I'm really proud of you guys for building, because I was in the beginning and recovering from surgery, and I'd tune in because I really believe in people chasing their dream, just doing it. And you're offering a service for people, and I just would read the comments and chat and stuff, and it's great that you're bringing the community together and kind of bringing the love to everybody.
There's Connie. She was
Connie's
just up there.
Connie was just on.
Oh,
there you
there
go.
she is.
There
That's
she
Connie.
There's Connie.
Yay, from the way in the beginning. So yeah, I love watching this grow, and you guys gel together as you kind of keep chatting, and all the awards. I mean, you deserve it. So it's really been a rocket ship, honestly, you guys.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
And as always, as we bring the show to a close, I pass it over to a man, Christopher David, relationship expert.
Yeah. Advice expert. Freaking nuts. Anyway, listen. Thank you, Hope. Appreciate you. Thank you, little one. Show everybody your nails.
Oh, she's got her little fingernails.
Show your nails.
Show your nails.
Show the camera your nails.
Go right there.
Look at this. I'm so jealous. I wish I had my nails
Yeah,
painted.
that was Regina and her last night.
That's awesome.
Painting their
It's
fingers.
awesome. Love that. Love your nails. Very cute. No, thank you to everybody who voted, who shows up every week, who shares the show, who subscribes to the show, tells their friends to see the show. For everybody who truly sees us for who we truly are. I get a lot of comments, man, about being a narcissist and full of myself and all this shit on a daily basis. But there's millions of you out there that see me for who I am and see what I'm really trying to do. And I can't tell you, I think, how much I really appreciate it, To the first two people that sent the stories in, God bless you and your families. Thank you for having the courage to share your stories, your pain, and your heartache and your triumphs with us. It takes a lot of trust, to write into some people you don't know, and do that. So I don't take any of that for granted. So I just say thank you. And most importantly, man, I'll be in Ohio in 2 weeks. And you Rhino, don't forget to go to Instagram and check out You Rhino to help save some rhinos that's still going on right now. And don't forget about the cameos. Don't forget about the book coming out, the Best in You cookbook and cooking show. Don't forget about freaking our next adventure, freaking with the
so much going on.
with doing the late night, the overtime.
So many things are coming.
Yeah, so many things are coming. Thank you for everybody who's joined the ambassador program, and trusting us and believing in us. The best thing about this whole community that I enjoy the most is that even though every day I say the same thing, I believe in you, I believe in the best in you. You guys say it back, which is amazing. So on that note, this is Advice Unfiltered, Episode 8, Season 2, with Chris, Hope, Tony, and Ming. And who?
Rockland.
Say it loud. Who are you? Say it loud. Rockland. Rockland. Here to all say Happy St. Patty's Day, and thank you for watching our show.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
For a long time, we were told what a man should be. Strong. Silent. But evolution doesn't come from standing still. It comes from awareness, from strength with depth. Kopala by Ben Rose, collaboration with Advice Unfiltered. The evolution of man.